Yo, what is up, my starries? Welcome back to another stream. Hello. I usually don't stream on the weekends, but I didn't stream yesterday, and I have time today, so I figured, you know what, let's do a silly little stream. And I say a silly little stream because I'm not going to be playing any games or anything today. I'm just going to be sitting and chatting, and we're going to be reading some Reddit stories. I've done some of these before on stream, but I want to make another stream of where I read Reddit threads to you and I give my opinions, because this is something that I like to do with like friends and families, is like, you know, you hear a story, you want to give your take on it. So that is what we are going to be doing today. So it's going to be a very chill stream, a lot of yapping and whatnot. So get some snacks, get some water, get some food maybe, and let's hop right into it. But first, hello Precure Girl on YouTube, and hi Lily, thank you for the 10 stream streak. Wowie welcome, wowie. Yes, so how you guys doing? I have a lot of glitter and stuff on my hands. I know, Glitter M has glitter on her hands. Whoa, crazy. But I've been putting up Christmas and stuff today, so that's been fun. Hi Lon May, welcome. I put up my Christmas trees and stuff, helped my mom put up Christmas and stuff, but I have a lot of glitter on my hands and it won't come off, but you know what, good thing it's in my name. Yes, Reddit relationship advice. Today I am going to become your guru. Even though I don't have a whole lot of relationship experience, I feel like I am very versed in giving good opinions for when it comes to certain situationships in relationships. Because even though, again, I have not dated for very long, the longest that I have ever dated was 2 months. But my friends always turn to me for relationship advice because I feel I am very level-headed. Yes, wow, I know, it's okay. Listen, I'm very level-headed. See, here's the thing. Okay, maybe I feel like I should explain that. Because I feel like I'm digging myself a hole. So, I've only ever been in a relationship that was like 2 months. I was 14. And basically what happened is the boyfriend at the time stole money from my backpack and fat shamed my friends. So you really think that I would want to stay in that relationship? Like, let's be so for real. How am I the bad one for breaking up with him in that situation? Like, be so for real. And then, like, okay, to be fair, I need to cough. I'm still sick, oh my god. Anyway, to be fair, when I was 18, almost 18-ish, I did go out on a date one time with a guy, and, let's just say he wanted to, move a couple bases up, you know? And I was like, no, we're not doing that, and then I haven't dated since. So, not that I, you know, to be fair, not that I feel like I couldn't pull, just that I feel my pulls, my gotcha pulls in the dating pool have been bad. So, anyway, I do think, though, I also have a pretty level head, considering some of the choices some of my friends have had, arcs that I have watched some of my friends go through. I feel like I'm very level-headed. So yes, we are going to be reading some Am I the Asshole relationship stories tonight from Reddit. I'm going to be telling you the usernames. I'm not going to put it on screen because it's just, I don't have a good place to put it on screen, but I will tell you guys the usernames for all of the people and their stories so that you can go check them out if you would like to. But yes, we're going to go ahead and hop into it. I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. So, yes, if you feel like you have any comments on the story, then please do comment as well. Tell me your opinions and whatnot. But yes, let us start. I got a piece of chicken nugget in my throat. Ew. Let's start with the first story. So this one is 2 hours ago, by the way. Oh my god. This one is by Relative, capital R, Relative, capital O, and then a K, 8475. So maybe I'll put the names in the chat. Let's see. I can probably just like copy and paste this, can I? Maybe. No, I can't. Okay, dang, that sucks. Relative. Okay. 84. What was it? 84. 75. 75. Yeah, I'll put the names in the chat. Story number 1. That way you guys can look them up, and if you would like to give them some tidbits and whatnot or respond. But this is the poster of the story, okay? So this is the title. Am I the whole for not being able to trust my girlfriend after a year and a half? Okay, so from the first title, from the title alone, it seems like it, because after a year and a half, you would think you would trust your partner, but then again, you never know. So let's go ahead, get into the story. I'm gonna read this to you, so let me put on my narrator voice that I've been working on. A lot of people have told me that when I read, especially out loud, I tend to read a little bit too fast. So I'm gonna try to slow it down and breathe, because I am writing a book and I do want to be able to narrate my own book in the future, so I need to learn to read out loud. Okay. I, 19 male, love my girlfriend so much. We've been dating over a year and a half, and about 4 months into our relationship, I ended up, quote unquote, breaking up with her. I was going through a tough time in university and didn't have enough time to balance a girlfriend, a job, mental health, and school. I initiated the breakup, but it was pretty much mutual, and I told her I would like to keep in contact and told her it's not that I don't want to see her again, but I just need to get my life sorted out a little bit. She understood, and we were both incredibly sad, but she ended the conversation by saying, I don't have to worry, I can come back whenever, and she's gonna use this time to work on herself as well. We were broken up for only about a month, and I ended up dropping out of school, finding a job being bang boom? What the heck? I don't think this person has a lot of run-on sentences, so I'm trying to read my best here. Life was a lot more stable, and I had a lot more time for her and a lot more money. It was great, but about a week into us getting back together, she tells me that she went out with this guy one time when we were broke up. Nothing happened, no kiss, it was just a free dinner then, and I guess girlfriend posted me on her Instagram story, and that dude who she went out with finds my Instagram and frantically apologizes and explains that he would never want to help someone cheat, blah blah blah. He actually tells me that they did kiss and he leaned in and she reciprocated, but it wasn't a short kiss. I explained to him that we were broken up and he shouldn't feel bad. The worst part about this whole thing is the guy she went out with knows a bunch of my friends, and this whole thing was super embarrassing. Oh, dude. Oh, no. For me, because all my friends found out. I was then confronted. Where is it? I lost my place. Confronted by her lying about. I then confronted her about the fact that she lied and that they never kissed, and she basically started crying, saying it was a mistake, but I don't understand why she'd lie about it if she was going to bring it up at all in the first place. Her date happened just 2 weeks after, and she said she was going to work on herself and I could come back anytime. I didn't want to break up with her because I love her so much, and I pretty much had to just let it go. But anytime I think about giving her that trust, I think about the situation in the back of my head and how she lied about that. So what else could she lie about? Am I the asshole for not being able to trust her after a year and a half? I'm not even that upset about the date, other than the fact that she lied about it, and it was with someone who so many people I know are contacted with. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be so real. Okay, let me reread the first half, because when did they mention that they were in a... Okay, hold on. First line. We've been dating for over a year and a half, but 4 months into our relationship, I ended up breaking up with her, and that's where the story happens. So, okay, this feels like a very messy timeline, and I feel like the author of the story does not often write a lot because there's a lot of run-on sentences, so the grammar wasn't completely perfect. But what I'm getting from this is that they were dating for a year and a half. They've been dating for a year and a half at the time that the author has posted this story. So they're both, I'm assuming, 19. The author is the guy who's 19, and he's talking about his girlfriend. So I'm assuming that they're probably the same age. But the timeline feels wonky because what do you mean? Why are you just now posting this after a year and a half? A year and almost a half. So they were dating for a year and a half, but 4 months into the relationship, they took what I'm gonna say is a break. They took a break. And what it seems is that the guy, the author, was going through a lot in that time, was going to college, didn't have a lot of money, just really need to focus on life and not so much as relationship, keeping a partner happy. Really needed to focus on himself. And so he did that. And when he got everything that he really needed to like kind of back together in his life, he then, asked to come back to her, and she agreed. They seemingly parted with it being a mutual parting and not quite. I'm assuming by them saying breaking up, that means it's not necessarily like they're still together. It's like they're taking a break, as in they're breaking up. Because some people, when they say we're gonna take a break, sometimes that means that they still want to be exclusive just to each other, but they just need to not be in a relationship with that person. And I'm assuming from the fact that in this story he starts out by saying breaking up with her, I'm assuming that means that yes, they actually broke up. They were not together, they had no mutual ties, and that's kind of corroborated at the end of his story. And so the fact that the girlfriend goes out, or the quote-unquote girlfriend goes out and has a date with someone else, is okay in this situation. And he seems to even be okay with it as well, because he is not upset about that. He is the one who, quote-unquote, as he said, broke up with her to focus on school, health, and like job and whatnot, money. And so he doesn't seem to be upset whatsoever about the fact that she went on a date with someone. He's just upset that she lied about, not being quote-unquote intimate with this other person. And I don't understand why the girlfriend wouldn't say that. I don't know if it's like oh no, like I didn't do anything with anyone else. Like, if you're broken up, taking a break, and you're both okay, you mutually agree we're taking a break, but like, you can still like go out with other people, you can have relationships with other people. I don't understand why she's making it such a big deal. So I don't think that he's the asshole in this situation. I also don't think that the girlfriend is. I just feel like it's this weird sense of miscommunication, especially on her part, where I don't understand, like he points out, why would she say something about it and then lie about it? If she's gonna bring it up, why would she lie and not tell me the full truth? That, I'm not gonna say it's a red flag. It doesn't feel quite like a red flag, but it is weird. I don't understand why she felt like she needed to lie when they were both broken up and they got back together. It's okay if you're broken up and you're taking a break from each other and you mutually agree that it's okay to see new people, then like, what's the big deal? Why wouldn't you just tell him? So I feel like that's a communication problem. I feel like they need to talk to each other, talk this out, and really discuss why she lied and why she would say that. I'm assuming maybe it's something to do with she didn't want to hurt his feelings or something, but I don't think either of them are the whole in this situation. I don't think either of them are. So let's read some of the comments. Let's see what some of the comments says. Let's see. Oh, there's not a lot of comments. Ooh, okay, there's 2 comments. One I think is really dumb, so I'm not gonna read it. This other one says, I can see if you'd be mildly upset that she lied, but she probably did because she thought you'd react exactly as you're reacting now. And I think it is that the kiss bothers you and not the lie. there's more to this, so I'll come on to this in a second. Only you decide if you can stay in the relationship, but if you're going to harbor resentment towards her, you should break up with her. What exactly is embarrassing about going out with a person in your friend group? Ooh, okay, I do like this. It would have been better if she went out with someone that you didn't know. Just my personal opinion, but you don't sound mature enough to be in a relationship. Okay. I feel like I kind of agree with this, and I kind of don't. I didn't get the sense that he was necessarily upset about the kiss. I think he was more so upset about why would you lie about that. And I don't think it was necessarily that he's bothered by it, just bothered by her not being, you know, factual and like, you know, telling the truth that, yeah, something happened. I think that that's what he's bothered about, and I think that this comment under the post is reaching a little bit. I definitely think they're reaching, but this other part underneath that says, let's see, it says, what exactly is embarrassing about her going out with a person in your friend group? Would it have been better if she went out with someone else that she didn't know or you didn't know? I can understand, and maybe I'm just being very sympathetic towards the author, because I really don't think that either of them, like, did anything bad. My frames are dropping. So let me wait a second. What the heck, frames? Frames. Please don't make me lose my thought, frames. Please. Please don't make me lose my thought. Thank you. Okay, they're fixing. So, oh my god, they're still dropping. I don't want to lose this thought. Please hurry the fuck up. Oh my god. I hate this internet. My internet is so trash. My god. Hello? Frames. 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 Oh my god, they just keep dropping. Okay, I'm gonna talk through this so I don't lose this sentence, because I'm about to lose it if I don't say it. So, I think he's more so worried about the fact that, the way that his friends will perceive him, because his quote-unquote girlfriend or ex-girlfriend went out with someone that he knows. So I think it just feels weird. It's just an awkward thing. He just feels low-key awkward, in my opinion, that, you know, someone who he does have feelings for, because I don't think the comment underneath, understands the fact that they both like each other. It's just they needed a break because of personal life stuff. And I don't think that that person understands that they both like each other. So it does feel weird when you both like each other, but, you know, you end up going out with someone's friend. Like, if I was dating someone and we took a break and then I saw that they went out with someone that I know, like, close ties with, I feel like I would feel weirded out by that. I would be weirded out by that. Not like, I wouldn't necessarily feel opposed, I fear, because, you know, we're not dating, but it would just be uncomfortable, you know? It's like if I was dating someone and they dated, like, someone who was, like, not my best friend, but, like, an acquaintance. That would feel awkward. That would be really awkward. Okay, I'm glad my frame stopped dropping. I had to just get that sentence out before I lost it. But, yeah, no, I think because this post on Reddit is so new, I really don't think that this person is getting any good advice. So hopefully my advice is good for them right here. But personally, the only thing that I can agree with in the comment section is this person again who says, just my personal opinion, but you don't sound mature enough to be in a relationship. I think I agree with that. I think that is the biggest thing I agree with. I don't think they sound very mature to be in a relationship. Again, they're 19, so, you know, things just got hard. They just, you know, they dropped out of school. They, let's see, what else did they say? They said they were struggling with jobs, with mental health, and school. So yeah, I just don't think they sound like they're mature enough. Hi, Mega, welcome. Oh yeah, we're reading Reddit stories. We're reading, Reddit relationship stories and giving advice on them. So I'm good. I'm all good. I'm just giving advice. But yes, yes. That was story number 1. Let me pick another story real quick. Yeah. I just feel like this person in this first story, I just feel like they need to mature a little bit. That's my big takeaway from that. Let's see. I kind of want one that isn't newish because there's not a lot of comments if they're new. Ooh, okay, okay. Here is story number 2. Let me put the name in a chat. Story number 2 by this name. Let's see. Natural Squash. What a beautiful username. What a beautiful username. Natural SQ Squash. Natural Squash. I like that name. 570. Yes. Okay. This is the person who wrote the second story here on Reddit. This one is called Am I the Asshole for Telling My Girlfriend I'm Done Being Her Emotional Dumping Ground? This one's a little bit shorter. So, my girlfriend, 22 female, vents to me about everything, and I mean every tiny inconvenience. Her coworker breathed too loudly, her friends being late, her sibling touched her makeup. There's always something. I, 24 male, try to be supportive, but lately it's constant. She keeps calling me during work to complain, and if I say I'm busy, she accuses me of not caring enough. It reached a breaking point when she woke me up at 3 a.m. because she felt ignored after I didn't reply to her text while I was literally asleep. She cried and said I made her feel unimportant. I told her that I care about her, but I need some space, and can't be the only person she vents to all the time. She snapped back that a real boyfriend would always be available, no matter what. Now she's telling her friends that I don't even show emotion or care. Am I the asshole? Whoa. Whoa. Thank you for the first Andre, and thank you for the drink. Let me get a little drink real quick. Let me get a little drink. So, okay. Let me think my thoughts. I don't think he's the asshole. I don't think the writer of this one, I don't think Natural Squash, you are not the asshole. Red flag girlfriend. See, I agree there. I agree with you. I think the girlfriend's a little bit of a red flag here. I'm gonna be so real. So, let's see. To be fair, I feel like she has some maturing to do, just like the last story. I feel like the girlfriend here has some maturing to do. Are my frames really dropping again? I'm gonna fight God in 2 seconds. But, okay. Okay, they're fine. Yeah, I think the girlfriend, I wouldn't say that she's even being clingy. Because I feel like clingy more means that, you know, they're wanting your attention. Well, maybe she is clingy, I guess, you know, wanting your attention. But I feel like she's really focused on, like, you know, you always providing an answer and time for her. And the thing is that, yes, in a relationship, you want your partner to give you ample time. Even if it is a silly little question, you still want to, you know, have someone who acknowledges that and gives you, like, the respect, you know, even if it is a silly little question, you want that respect. But I feel like the fact that she kind of gaslit him at the end there, where she woke him up at 3 a.m. and she cried, said I made her feel unimportant, and is now telling your friends that he didn't show any emotion or care. I think she's being very manipulative, whether she understands that or not. See, I know people like this. I went through scenarios like this from high school. This is exactly what people do. There are some people who just really can't understand that the things that they're doing are, I don't want to say annoying because that sounds really mean, but annoying. Like, you know, people have boundaries, and I think she has crossed, in this Reddit story, I think she has crossed this person's boundaries. And when you start telling your friends, and like, did they say mutual friends or telling our friends, so I'm assuming that says mutual friends, telling mutual friends stuff about, you know, your partner, I think that crosses the line. In my humble opinion, I personally do not like when my friends tell me things or want to vent to me about their partner. Unless it is something pretty serious, don't come crying to me about your partner. That sounds so mean, but like don't, because I literally, this is how it's always been, is I'm someone who I will always take my friend's side. And you know, like your partner might just have had a bad day, and you might just have a moment of weakness where you need to vent someone. Understandable. But then next time I see them, I'm gonna hate them. I'm gonna hate your partner forever because you told me one time that they said something mean to you. I'm gonna hate them forever, and it's gonna be hard for me to unhate them when you are now fine with each other. So like, in my opinion, don't come to me, don't talk to your friends behind, you know, your partner's back. I think, you know, like in certain situations, yes. If it is a serious situation, yes. But I feel like too many people have petty drama that they then bring into friendships from a relationship. And I think if you are constantly talking shit about your partner to your friends, I think that shows a level of immaturity. And I I just don't think this girlfriend, exactly. I think this girlfriend is a red flag. I think she's a red flag. I think, you know, she really does not understand, in my opinion. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't think she understands. She might not even care, but she definitely doesn't seem to understand that the things that she's doing is crossing his boundaries and becoming more of a nuisance. And it's okay to tell people, hey, please stop telling me this, stop doing these things. Like, as he said in this post, she's calling me at work to tell me to complain about her coworkers. She's waking me up at 3 a.m. because she felt ignored. If it's 3 a.m. and you text me, and if you wake me up at 3 a.m., you're gonna see God, because I'm gonna kill you. You are not gonna wake me up at 3 a.m. Okay, let's be so for real. You are not gonna wake me up at 3 a.m. So I think the writer of the story is valid. I think his takes are valid. I think she needs to understand that like, how do I put this? Hi C-Film. We are reading Reddit stories. And I believe the girlfriend in this one to be a red flag. But I feel like the girl thinks that she is very what's the word? She feels like she's the center of attention. That's what it's giving. Like, I'm gonna be so real. I'm a complainer. I'll be so open and honest with you guys. I'm a complainer. I complain about stuff. But I don't complain to my friends all the time. It's like, okay, maybe it's just me and my insanity, but sometimes I'll complain to myself. I will sit there, stare at a wall, and have a full conversation with myself. Maybe that's just my own problems, but like, okay, I'm a narcissistic behavior. Yes. I'm gonna be so real. Okay, don't let my grandma watch this. So my grandma feels like this woman. Yes, the MC syndrome. Yes, my grandma feels like this woman because I love my grandma. She's great, but she's one of those people who everything is something she complains about. Everything from the way that, okay, actually I'm gonna tell you a story. She was up here a couple weeks ago, about a month ago actually now, but basically what happened is there was a night where I almost fucking lost it because she got mad at me because she wanted to watch game shows. When she's at home, she's like, well, when I turn on the TV at 6 o'clock, there's game shows. My Wheel of Fortune is on. And so I'm like, okay, you want to watch game shows? Just tell me that and I'll put it on the TV. So I booted up, I think I put on like The Price is Right and not Wheel of Fortune because it was Saturday. And there's no new episodes of game shows on Saturdays. It's just reruns. And so I put on an older episode of like The Price is Right. And so she yelled at me for putting on The Price is Right. So then I put on a older rerun of The Wheel of Fortune. And she got mad at me because she's like, I already saw this one. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's a rerun. They don't have new episodes on Saturday, you know this. And so she got mad at me and just like told me to like find something else. So I did. And so I put on a funny video compilation because she likes cats. And then she got mad at me because she's like, I don't want to watch this shit. And I'm like, well, what do you want to watch? And then she was like, I want to watch game shows. And I'm like, I just put on game shows. And so, like, my mom is like, yeah, that's what I had to grow up with. I'm going off on my grandma. See, here's the thing. I'm in the basement. Ain't nobody gonna hear me in the basement. And even so, my family know this. You think my mom doesn't know this? You think my family don't know this? Like, they know this. They agree. Like, my mom came home after 2 weeks of being out of the country. She comes home and she's like, I'm sorry I put you through that. I'm like, yeah, you better be sorry. Oh my god. Like, I love my grandma, but she is very, very negative at times. And when you call her out on that negativity, she holds a grudge about it. So you have to try your best to, like, you know, politely tell her to change the subject. Or else she gets mad and holds a grudge on it. And that's exactly what this girl in this Reddit story sounds like. Give me early access to the new episode. Exactly. Like, like, what do you want me to do in this situation? Like, I don't know what to do. Literally the courage episode. Too much macaroni, not enough cheese. Oh my god, for real. For real. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, let's actually read some of the comments before I move on, because I feel like some of these have some really good takes. Yeah, okay, so everyone agrees so far from what I'm seeing that this guy is not the asshole here. I like this one. This one says, you're not the asshole, but also she needs a therapist. There's so much more going on here, and she's just taking out her feelings onto you. Another one says, not the asshole, everyone deserves healthy boundaries, and you need to create some for yourself. She needs to learn to manage her expectations of what romantic partners are for. You are her boyfriend, not her therapist, and she kind of sounds like an immature nightmare. This one, heavily agree. Heavily agree. You are her boyfriend, not her therapist. I feel like, one, it's not even therapy, it's just venting. Like, that is not what therapy is. Therapy is not you sit in a room or like you call someone and just like yap about things that you hate. That's not what therapy is. So I think she needs an outlet of some sort. Like, honestly, girl just needs to become a VTuber and just start posting on Twitter about things that she hates. That'll teach her. But yeah, no, the girl in this story seems very immature, and I like that everyone is kind of pointing that out. Another comment says, you're not the asshole, but she sounds like a needy child. She obviously doesn't understand adult priorities. A partner should be there when you need them, but the issues you say she's upset about are ridiculous and childish. Like, calling you at work should be for something like a family emergency and not to gossip. Exactly. 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 Alright, let me find another story. Let's see. Ooh. I'm trying not to find super long ones. Let's see, what is this one? Oh, okay. Let's put another thing in here. I'm putting, by the way, if you guys want to search up these on Reddit r/am I the asshole _relationships, these are the names of the writers, because I can't put it on screen. Let's see, I can't spell either. Imagine a writer who can't spell. Emergency _guest 5238 story. Oh god, I can't spell story. Story number 3. So this next one is by this person here. Yes. Oh, let me catch up on chat. If she's a VTuber, I ain't dealing with another VTuber trauma. I mean, understandable. Okay, this is the next story. Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend while in the hospital after finding out that he's been cheating on me with multiple women? I'm gonna say, just from the title alone, probably not. Probably not the asshole. But let's see. Let's see. Okay. I, 29 female, have been with my boyfriend, 31 male, for 2 years. We live separately and I've been saving myself for marriage. We usually meet 3 to 4 times a week and FaceTimed every day since we both work from home. Our friends and families believed we would end up marrying each other because of how much we loved each other, or so I thought. Earlier this month, he had an accident that left half of his body paralyzed. I rushed to the hospital as soon as I found out from his mother. Since then, I've been visiting him every day after work. I travel 4 hours round trip to see him and even took care of him. His mom gave me his phone so I could inform his bosses and friends about his situation, but I never checked anything else on it. I've never gone through his phone before, even before the accident. One day he asked for his phone. After he put it down, I picked it up and saw an open message thread with another girl. They had been talking on the same day his accident happened, so I confronted him, and he admitted that he had been cheating on me with multiple women. He said that they'd never met in person and it was just for nudes. He apologized and said it meant nothing. Ooh, I had to stop for a second. Ooh, he told me not to leave him, saying he's already had a ring and he was about to propose. We even purchased a house together and we were planning to get married next year. That night, I decided to break up with him and informed his mom about it. I haven't gone back to the hospital since. It's been a week and his mom still updates me about his condition. So, am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend while he was in the hospital after finding out he's been cheating on me with multiple women? Damn. 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 Well, no, I don't think the writer, the writer, 29 female, I don't think she's the asshole. Not the asshole. Yeah, not the asshole. Wow. I had to think about that one. Wow. So, okay, first and foremost, I think his mom, I want to go ahead and say this one since I thought of this as I read this. The mom still updates her about his condition from the hospital. I think the mom is holding out hope because it seems like the parents really like each other, or at least his mom really likes her, and everyone did seem in the story from what they said that everyone wanted them to get married or thought that they would get married. So I think the mom, I'm gonna say boyfriend's mom, because they weren't proposed. So I think the boyfriend's mom in this scenario needs to let it go. I think she has a case of my child did nothing wrong. How could she just leave my child? Like, I'm gonna be so real. Updating her about his condition, I feel a little iffy on that. Because she could just be doing it because she just wants, the writer to know that he's okay, or just update about his health to make sure, because they were in a long-term relationship. But also, I think it's just not appropriate at that point. Like, yeah, your son's, like in really bad condition after this accident, but it's not the time. It's not the time. When you find out that your son is like, has been cheating on his girlfriend for a long time with multiple women, I think that's when you as the mom need to understand that no, that's not your place to work that out with. So that feels weird that the mom is still updating her. But I don't feel bad for the writer. No, especially if you just find out all of a sudden, and like the writer seems like such a kind person. Like they said, I've never went through his phone, not even once before the accident, and even when he gave her full access to his phone in the hospital. Or was it the mom? Let me read that. No, okay, his mom was the one who gave his phone to her. Honestly, the most that I can say is karma. You can't be doing that. You can't be playing people like that. You can't be going and cheating on your partner with multiple people and then thinking everything is always going to be okay, or that you're going to get out like scot-free with it. That's your fault. That is your problem. And like, yes, he had an accident. Yes, he is in the hospital and is like paralyzed. Half of his body, they said half of his body was paralyzed after the accident. But you know, just because, you know, you are in the hospital, this sounds mean, but just because you know, like have something medically very serious going on does not take away from the fact that you did something really shitty and hurt someone. You know, like, no, that doesn't, you know, take it away. Like, you still hurt people and probably even hurt the other people on the other line. Like, no, I don't feel bad for him whatsoever. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Let's see. Someone said, seems like you dodged a bullet. Exactly. This is what I was trying to say. I think this comment wrote it better. His condition doesn't erase his betrayal. You showed immense loyalty and he showed none. Leaving was an act of self-respect. They wrote that better than I could say that. Yes. Agree. Yes, exactly. The accident doesn't justify his actions. Yes. More like a nuke. Yes. Oh my god. Let's see. Dang, someone said, you're fine. I would have pulled the plug. Like, dang, he wasn't in a coma. But dang. Okay, another one who says this as well. Not the asshole. Being in a hospital doesn't excuse what he did to you. You might even consider it a divine intervention, because if not for that accident, you may never have known about his cheating and got married to a cheater. Oh my god. I mean, they're right. They're so right. It might sound mean, but they're right. This is, again, he brought that upon himself. He brought it upon himself. You got karma in the end, and I hope that the OP of this does not come back to this man. Because they were so loyal, so nice, and so loyal to him, and you still cheated on her. Like, that's on you. That's on you, bro. Okay, let's see. Let's try to find another one. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this one, just from the title alone, I feel like I have a stance on this that is probably you're not, but you probably both are at the same time. Let's see. Okay, this next one, story 4, number 4, mean cheesecake. I like that name. Mean cheesecake 98. Where's the other one? 98, 52. Okay, so this next story, the title is, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Husband to Get Checked? Now, what do you mean checked? By the title alone, what do you mean checked? What do you mean? Like, exactly, like, it's a short one, so I'm just gonna dive into this one. I, 27 female, have been trying to get pregnant with my husband, 29 male, for almost a year. We've been timing everything, tracking cycles, doing everything right, but still nothing. I went to the doctor months ago to check if something was wrong on my side, and everything came back normal. So last week, I gently told my husband that maybe he should go get checked just to make sure we're not missing anything. I said it softly, not to blame him, but so we could figure things out together. He immediately got offended. He said that I was making it seem like it was his fault and making him feel insecure. He insisted the problem couldn't be him and that I was stressing him out. The whole thing turned into an argument, and he barely talked to me for the rest of the night. Now I'm wondering, am I the asshole for suggesting my husband to get checked? Because maybe the issue isn't just on my side. Ha! Well, that's not where I thought that was going based on that title. I thought that was gonna be like an STD thing or something, but oh, okay. I feel like the husband was the asshole. I feel like the OP, not the asshole. Husband was a little bit of the asshole in this regard. I don't know why he got so offended over that, you know? Like, if you're actively trying and nothing is helping, the first thing to do is go see the doctor. If you're trying to get pregnant and doing it, you know, naturally at home, doing the tango isn't helping, then you can either go for see a doctor, go see a doctor. Like, it takes two to tango, so he absolutely should go see the doctor. You know, if he's not, you know, if she sees a doctor and the doctor says she's fine, then that's only one side of the coin. Like, my frames are dropping. That means, you know, he theoretically should go, because if the doctor says she's good, and they've been trying for a while, because as they said, let's see, they've been trying for almost a full year, then yeah, if you're not getting pregnant by almost a full year, tracking cycles and everything, he should go see the doctor too, because that means that it could be something to do with him. And I'm assuming by the fact that she says that the doctor checked her and said that everything came back normal, then I'm assuming that that's gonna mean that she's not infertile. But that doesn't mean that he couldn't be. And I feel like I just don't understand why he got so offended about that. I don't understand why he made that such a huge problem. Yeah, so what she said was, let's see. So last week I gently told my husband that maybe he should also get checked to make sure that things just to make sure that we're not missing anything. I said it to him softly, not blaming him, but so that we could try and figure out things together. I don't understand why he would get so offended by that. Like, I don't know if it's like a toxic masculinity thing of like, nah, my swimmers are fine. But like, I don't understand why he got mad about that. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, if you're trying for a baby, it takes two. And if one person, like, is going to the doctors and the doctor says that everything's okay on your side, logically the next step was to see if your partner is, fertile, or, if something is going on, And here's the problem with these stories is that the OP might say, I was very gentle with him, but you can never really tell. I'm gonna be so real. You never really know, the context unless you actually see it and hear it in person. You don't know if they were actually gentle. You don't know how it might have came off. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, but you just don't know. There needs to be like a grain of salt with that, where it's like you just don't know. So like someone can say, I said it to him very gently, but like you never know. You never know. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Depending on the context of her tone, she could accidentally softly blame him for it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is like, you might have said something that might have just, like, rubbed him the wrong way. But, like, I do feel at least from what I have read, I do feel like he kind of overreacted to that. And it could be that there's things going on in their life. Maybe they're stressed from this pregnancy, trying to get pregnant or something, But I just don't like how he got super defensive about, like, no, it's not me, like, it takes two to tango, and the doctor said she's good, so logically the next step would be you, sir. Hi Snickers on YouTube, welcome. We're reading Reddit stories and talking about them and offering it helpful advice. But yes, I just don't understand. And yeah, I do like I do like the fact that, yeah, if it's not working, adoption is always the answer. Always the answer. If you still want children and you can't have children yourself, adoption can be the answer. And adoption's a really good thing. And I understand, because I feel like in their point of view, I feel like they're not quite to that stage yet. I think they're at the stage of, to me at least, the female OP seems like she just wants answers right now as to why, since they've been trying to get pregnant for a year, why isn't things working when they're tracking her cycle, tracking what else did she say, tracking cycle, timing everything according to pregnancy charts and stuff. They're doing everything right, but nothing's happening. I think she just wants an answer. I think that's what it is. I don't even really think that she cares, honestly, too much about the fact that, you know, they still haven't got pregnant yet. I think she just wants to know why, because they've tried everything, and I think from her situation it seems like she just wants an answer as to why nothing's working, because she's like, I went to the doctor said I was clear, the doctor said I was fertile, so we've been doing everything right, why aren't we pregnant? And I think she just wants an answer. I think she's thinking, like, maybe, you know, my husband, maybe there's, you know, something, you know, up with him. Maybe he should see the doctor. And, like, the thing is, pregnancy can be a hard thing. Let's see. She did say she was 27 and he was 29. So they're not, like, old to the point of, like, you know, it's gonna be super difficult to have a baby. Like, which is really stupid. Bodies, like when you're younger, yes, you are more fertile, but they're not old in any sense. So, like, you know, some pregnancies are just hard. Like, I've known people who have been trying for years and it's like they're both fertile. Sometimes it just takes time. It just takes time, and sometimes it is hard. It's really draining, but I just don't get why the husband was so defensive about not wanting to go to the doctor. Like, she just asked you to go to the doctor and just, like, make sure that everything's okay, you know? Like, I just don't understand why he blew up at her in this. He insisted the problem couldn't be him and that I was stressing him out. The whole thing turned into an argument, and we barely talked for the rest of the night. I feel like that's a really big, like, over response to something as simple as saying, like, hey, I think you should go to the doctor and get checked out too, just in case. I feel like that was a huge blowover, but oh well. I'm trying to understand his point of view as well. Exactly. I just don't get why he blew up. But maybe he was stressed. I don't know anymore. Yeah, I mean, I feel like both of them would be stressed in this situation. Because again, like, pregnancy takes two. It takes two to tango. It takes two to, you know, get the baby. So, like, you know, I feel like it's a very stressful thing for both of them, especially when they've been trying for so long and nothing's happening. Hi, Evan. This is a weird conversation to walk into, don't worry. We're reading Am I the Asshole stories, and basically, to sum it up in this one, husband and wife, wife and husband want baby, but been trying for a year, done everything right, still no baby. Wife goes to doctor, doctor says she's good, she's fertile, but the husband has not been to the doctor. So wife says, hey, maybe you should go get checked. And he's like, no, fuck you, I'm not doing that. And so she's like, am I the asshole for asking him to go see the doctor? I just feel like, in my personal opinion, before I move on to the comments, I just feel like they're both very stressed about this, and I think that they need to communicate through the stress, because again, like, you know, having child is very scary, and it can be stressful that after a year you still haven't got pregnant. Like, it's a very stressful thing, very, very stressful. Like, I just don't like the fact that he blew up at her. And again, like I said before, you don't know if she actually said it softly or not. She might say in the post, I made it softly, but you just can't tell. You know, you weren't there to witness the conversation. So maybe she just said it and, you know, he either one, took it the wrong way, or two, maybe she didn't say it as softly as she meant to. But you just don't know. I can see both ways to this. She can be unintentionally blaming him for it, and he didn't expect her to tell him to get checked. Yeah, I could see that. I could kind of see how, you know, like, considering the fact that she already went to the doctor and she's like, okay, well, it's not me, so the problem is you now. You know, I can kind of see that as well. He's just insecure. Just get your count checked out, man. I mean, honestly, like, I just don't understand why he blew up at her. Like, I just don't feel like it's that big of a deal. Like, it's the most, again, the most logical explanation. If you're trying to get pregnant and one person goes to the doctor says you are good and fertile, the logical step was then to go and see if your partner is fertile. That is the logical step. That is how you figure it out. So I don't understand why he got so upset about that. But let me read some comments. Let's see. Ooh. There's a lot of different responses to this one. Okay, this one is one that I agreed with, and this is kind of what I say, but I'll read some other that have different stances than me. One says, you're not the asshole. You've been checked out yourself, so it's only logical to have him checked as well. His overreaction is very worrying. That in itself would make me hesitant to want to have a child with him. That's my stance on this. But there's some other people who... This one got 38 upvotes and is seemingly the second most liked one. So this one says, stop trying, put pregnancy on pause because this is a red flag. It takes two people to make the baby. Either one can have problems. If the doctor says that you're fine, it makes sense that he'd get checked out. That he's going defensive rather than engaging is a problem, and he's not acting like a partner. That said, telling people that they're doing wrong rarely works. What works better is to kindly ask them to explain why they're doing it right. I don't understand that wording. I think they missed a comma here. I think what they meant to say was, what works better is to kindly ask them how to explain why they're doing it, comma, right? That will sometimes bring their mind around to it. And they quoted, he insisted the problem couldn't be him and that I was stressing him out. You reply, babe, can you should reply, babe, can you explain how / why the problem can't be you? Like, make him answer that question. And he can't. I agree with that one. Okay, I agree with that one. I think I see a lot of comments here are just saying that, like, he's way too sensitive, he needs to take a chill pill, he got offended, and the next breath he says maybe the problem is still you. Don't have kids with this guy. Another person says after 12 months of trying, it's standard practice to get both partners checked. Yeah, so okay. I think the guy is the asshole in this. Not the girl. I don't think their OP is the asshole in this by any sense of the way. I don't think she is. And even I'll give her this. Even if, you know, she says in the post that she asked him gently, but we weren't there, so we don't know if she actually did or didn't. We don't know how it came off, but even still, he should not have reacted like that. That's the problem, is that he overreacted to being asked to being checked when it's just the next logical step. So, yeah. Okay, let's find another one, because I think that one is pretty much self-explanatory. Let's see. Some of these titles are kind of, like, weird. And not in the sense of, like, oh my god, drama, just, like, it feels like they didn't finish. And some of them are just, am I the asshole, question mark? Like, I need to know more. I need to know more, or I'm not reading your story. What? Excuse me, am I the asshole for leaving my job because my boss showed my fiance her nudes? Now what? Excuse me? Is it all Reddit stories with weird titles? I mean, this one's a weird one. Now this is not weird. This is just insane. This is insane. Okay, I'll read this one. This one is by Muted Tackle 9900. I actually got that one really quickly. So this is the next writer, or this is for story number 5. Let me put that story story 5. I forgot to put that together. So, again, am I the asshole for leaving my job because my boss showed my fiance her nudes? I'm trying to understand this. Wait. Am I the asshole for leaving my job because my boss showed my fiance her nudes? Is your boss a female? And your female boss showed your fiance her nudes? Or what? I'm trying to figure this out. That's what I think it is. I'm trying to figure it out. Here, that's how I'm gonna grab the beer. I mean, give one for me too. Like, here, put some vodka in this tea. Like, I don't I don't understand. Oh my god. Okay. Let me let me take a sip of water before we get into this one. Oh my god, this one's a long one too. Yeah, pass it over here. Okay. Whew. So, I am 32 female and I am with, it says ZJ. I'm gonna call him Z, okay? So, I'm a 32 female and I'm with Z, 27 male. Z is a 27 male. And he has a best friend named E, who is a 35-year-old male. And recently got with a new girlfriend. Oh my god, I wish that they wouldn't do names like this. It's like everyone has like a main letter and then a second letter. This is gonna be hard to read, okay? Just please, if you're gonna write a Reddit story, give me a fake name or something instead of just initials. Okay, let me try to reread this in a way that makes sense. Okay, so I, 32 female, am with Z, who is a 37-year-old male, and he has a best friend whose name is E, who is 35 male. And E, the best friend, recently got into a relationship with a new girlfriend named S, 39F. So this is my long story short of some backstory. Z and I are engaged and have 2 kids together and have been together for 4 years. E and S do not want to have children prior to each other or with each other. S has had a full masterectomy and hysterectomy. This relates to the story later in the parentheses. S has always been with E for a few... What? S has been with E for a few months. After a meeting or two, S wanted me to work with her at her cleaning business, and I absolutely loved the idea and agreed. She and I hit it off right away, and I love cleaning jobs, so it seemed like a win-win for all of us. A week or two after I started work with S, she asked my fiance to also start working for her doing odd jobs like outside maintenance for her clients. He also eagerly agreed. Pay was good, and we were all cool and hustling together. This has been a couple of months now, and all has been great. Here's the part everyone is here for. My fiance and I were on the couch, and I was surfing the web and found a website where you could customize pictures on random things like ornaments and mugs, etc. And I stumbled upon a mouse pad that had a 3D chest on it with a wrist rest, and you could plop a face onto it. So kind of like, I'm assuming like a anime boob thing, like a boob pad or something. So when I showed Z, he immediately said that we should make one for EB. Oh, that we should make an E1 with S's face on it. So we should make a mouse pad that has his best friend's E's fiance's S face on it. And then we all proceed to tell him that the last time he was hanging out with E and I was at home with the kids, S asked E if he could show Z a picture of herself to him prior to the masterectomy, nude. That's right, asked her man if she could show my man. Permission to keep the respect of her own relationship, at least that's my point of view. Z said that he respects her privacy and that he didn't need to see it. My dog okay? Are you snoring? Hey, bro. Bro is snoring, sorry. I was like, what the heck is wrong with him? He's over here clonked down. So, okay. Let me reread that. She still showed it to him. He didn't think anything of it beyond a friend thing, and has said boobs are boobs. It didn't do anything for him, so he felt that it was not in her intent. I honestly don't know. However, I have worked for her and alongside her since that day, and she did not think to tell me she showed her naked body to my fiance while I wasn't around. Zia and I also discussed our conversations with her, and mine and hers are pretty PG, but she will talk to my fiance about her previous can I say this word on stream? S dot 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 E dot 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 X dot 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 life. Weird. So now she's lost 2 of her employees over this. My decision. So am I the asshole? Okay. Boobs are boobs. All boobs are nice. But okay, let me try to explain this because I feel like the OP wrote this really weirdly. So the OP is in a relationship with she has a fiance, and the fiance they have 2 kids together. So they have her fiance has a best friend, and the best friend has a, let's see, are they're dating, I assume? Yes, okay. Let me redo this. Okay. So the OP has a fiance. Her fiance has a best friend, and he has a girlfriend who has a cleaning job. So the OP, she goes with the girlfriend of her fiance's best friend into a cleaning business. And so she then asks her own her fiance, if he would want to be a part of this cleaning business as well, doing things outside. And so basically the real point is that basically the girlfriend of the fiance's best friend, she had a hysterectomy and a mastectomy. I actually don't know what that is. I don't know what a hysterectomy is. Let's see, copy, paste. What is this? A mastectomy is a surgical removal of one or both breasts. Okay. So, basically, okay, so OP's fiance has a best friend who has a girlfriend. The girlfriend wanted to show her boyfriend's best friend, which is the fiance, herself, her nudes before having basically her breasts taken off, or yeah, mastectomy, which are again nude photos. And so the OP of this post says, I don't feel comfortable with the fact that she wanted to show my fiance her body photos before this. Like, why should she show my fiance this? And the OP also says that it seems like the girlfriend, whose name is S in this, says that they like to discuss her previous SE dot 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 X life with the OP's fiance, who is the best friend of her own partner. So like, exactly, why show it? That just it's weird. Okay, this is a really confusing one, but there's two couples, and girl from other relationship wants to show the other relationship's fiance man her nudes, basically. Why? Exactly. The question is, what purpose or motivation is showing them? Exactly. Like, that's why this is so weird. It's weird. And so she says, the OP says on the last line, now she's lost 2 of her employees over this. So I'm assuming that means that she and her husband, or I keep saying husband, her fiance, have left S's cleaning job because of this. And the husband, I keep saying husband, oh my god, the fiance says that let's see, he says that he respects her privacy and he doesn't want to show it, or he doesn't want to see it, but she still showed him. He didn't think anything of it beyond a friend thing, and he has said boobs are boobs, it didn't do anything for him, so he felt that it was not her intent to be sexual, but I honestly don't know. So I'm gonna be so real, that it's just weird. It feels weird. I don't know if she was trying to be sexual to this fiance of her best friend. Her best friend. No. This is so hard to understand. I feel like I need to get something to draw this. Oh my god. Can I open a paint or something? Do I have paint? Paint. No. Poop. This is so complicated. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do something really crazy, guys. I'm gonna boot up my art tablet, and I'm gonna draw this out. I'm gonna draw it out because I think we need to see this on paper. Okay, I think we just need to see this on paper because this is really weird. Let's do this. Okay. And then I'm gonna boot this up real quick. Let me boot it up real quick, guys. It's super weird behavior. There's no reason that you should be showing someone that. You know, like, friends or not, like, I'm gonna be so real. I've had friends since we were like basically almost fetuses. And I don't think I would show them, like, if I had a partner, I would not show them my partner's nudes or anything. Why is this lagging me out when I'm trying to do this? What the heck? Stop that. Stop that. Okay. I'm still trying to wrap my head around, what the fuck will you show your boobs to someone's fiance when the dude said no? Exactly! It's weird. It's just, it's very, very weird. It's weird and uncalled for is the best way to say that. It's weird. Start. Okay, I'm getting it ready. There we go. Okay, let's come over here. I'm gonna draw this out for you guys, okay? Wow, now I'm way too big on my screen. I feel like we need to just get the drawing pad out for this one. Okay, so how do I capture stuff now? Oh no. New screens and M does not know how to work them. Window capture. My cast. There we go. Okay, there we go. And now I'm gonna transform this. Fit to screen. And I'm gonna bring it down here. No, it needs to go down here. No, it needs to go down here. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna draw this story up now. I'm still trying to wrap my head around, oh, I already read that. Okay. So in the story, we have, that's a bad color. Let's go with a darker color. Where's a darker color? Darker color. We have couple number 1. No, not 12. Number 1. We have couple number 1. 1 and 2. And then we have, I didn't mean to use Clance colors, but I did. Couple 2. Okay, I'm gonna put like a little bow on your hair. Little bows means that they're girls in this situation, I guess. Here you go, here's a bow. Okay, so this story is from the perspective yeah, there's 12 couples in the story. This is the OP. Couple number 1, this is the OP who is writing this story. So, her fiance here, he is best friends with this guy who is dating this girl. Okay? And so, this girl down here, she has a cleaning business. So, I'm gonna write cleaning business. That's how I spell business. I don't care. Cleaning bussiness. Bussiness. She's a cleaning bussiness. So, she then asked this girl, hey, OP, you want to be a part of my cleaning business? OP says, yes, I will do that. And so, OP then is like, well then, I really like this. This is a good job. I'm going to ask my fiance if he will be a part of cleaning business. And he says, yes. Okay, back it up. And so, now all of the ones who are circled in yellow, or have all the ones who have a dot, these ones, they are a part of the cleaning business. They are now in this cleaning business, okay? So they're all co-workers now. So this has turned into an HR thing now. So basically, let's get another color. Let's get like a purple in here or something. So one day, this girl asked this fiance of the OP if he would like to see her nudes before she had a masterectomy, which is having her boobs taken away. No more boob. Boob? No. And so she asked, would you like to see pictures of me, nude pictures of me, before my surgeries? And he says, no, I wouldn't really like to see that. She also asked her own boyfriend to show if it was okay. He said, it's okay. And the fiance from the OP was like, no, I really don't want to see that. But she showed it anyway because her partner said, yeah, it's okay, you can show him, it's just a friend thing. But OP doesn't like that. It feels weird. It feels like she might be trying to come on to her, like, OP's fiance, so she doesn't like that. And so OP then says, frick your cleaning business. No more cleaning business. We're gone. And leaves. That's the story. Hyperina fan. I know, crazy. I'm retelling a Reddit story. I know, it's absolutely insane. This is me trying to explain this story because the story is very weird. It's a very weird story, but basically that's the gist of it. So let me close my tablet real quick. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Is it's all really weird, but my opinions on this is that one, I don't think that the other lady was trying to come on to OP's husband, fiance, man, but it felt like there was some foul play. That's what I'm gonna say. It felt like there might have been some foul play or something, you know? Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. Exactly. So why did his best friend think why did his best friend think someone sending nudes is a friendly thing? Exactly. Like, I wouldn't show that. Like, you know, like, that's weird. Like, and like the thing is, I could understand in a sense, you know, like, if maybe someone was going to have a surgery like that, like have a masterectomy, I could understand being like, hey, would you like to see my before and after surgery process? Because that would be something that is helpful. And if they consent to wanting to see those photos purely because they're going to have a surgery and they want to kind of see what it's going to look like before and after, understandable. But you're showing it to a guy who is not going to have a masterectomy. So why? Why would you? What is the purpose of showing that to him? There's none. There's none. Exactly. No context to motivation, and there's only one I can think of. Exactly. I do feel like, whether she says it or not, exactly, it does sound like an excuse for her to show her body to him. Yeah, it does feel like she's trying to come on to him. That's what I'm getting from this. But I'm gonna read the comments and see what they say. Okay, I do like this. Someone in the comments says, maybe next time you can use fake names instead of how in the story they said ZJBEBSW. I mean, this is barely legible and it's really hard to follow. And they said, I am merely a housekeeper and a sleep-deprived mother, not an author. But yeah, oh my god, that was really, really hard to understand. So, okay. Another comment, and this one is actually the author replies to this, so there's a little bit more of context to this. So a commenter says, that's the whole story. What did she say when you confronted her? What did your fiance's best friend have to say? If this is real, which I highly doubt, they don't think it's real, did you just ghost them? And the author says, do I wish that it was made up? Oh boy, do I wish it was made up. She apologized, and she said that she could see where it comes off as disrespectful, but she doesn't feel like it's a big deal because she wouldn't care if someone did that to her, and I truly have a hard time believing that. And she said just has a different view on the human body than I do. I tried to explain that it has nothing to do with the human body. We're both adults and we've seen them, and everything to do with respecting someone else's relationship. There's no ghosting. I didn't ghost her, but I'm a bull of a woman. When I truly believe there was disrespect, whether me or someone else, I will tend to walk away. She says that she understands that I don't want us working for her. Basically, that was the story. Okay. Someone else says, report her for this. It qualifies as sexual harassment. It crosses the line. Sorry you went through that. That's what I was saying in my like little story thing with my art. Yeah, another person who says it sounds like sexual harassment. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be so real, and I think it's, you know, when it comes to what the lady said, I'll repeat it one more time. This is what the OP said that the woman said when confronted. She says that she doesn't feel like it's a big deal because she has a different view on human bodies that I'm assuming she's trying to say isn't inherently sexual, which I understand that, but also that just feels like a weird thing to do. When someone says no, I don't really care to see that, and you still end up showing it to them, you're not respecting their boundaries. They actively, like the fiance of OP said, no thank you, I don't really want to see that, but you still showed it to him after he said no. Like, that's disrespecting him. That's, you know, you're pushing that on to him, you know? Like, he said no, and you still showed it to him. So therefore, I understand why the commenters are like, yeah, that's sexual harassment, because they were like, she was their boss at the time. She was their boss. So yeah, it's just, it's weird. It's not right. OP, not the asshole. This woman though, yes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to say that she was trying to, you know, come on to the husband or the fiance, because I don't get that vibe, but it gives that vibe. Whether she was or not, her actions give that vibe. When the fiance said, no, I don't want to see that, but you still forced him to see it, that's where the problem is. He said, no, I don't want to see your nudes, and you showed it to him anyway. That's the problem. And the fact that she doesn't take accountability for that problem and just says, quote unquote, I guess I have different views about the human body. That's not what OP is upset about. OP is upset that when her fiance said, I don't want to see your nudes, you forcibly showed him anyway. That's the problem. I got 3 strokes trying to understand it. Me too, honestly. I had to break out my pencil and draw that out. I mean, it's fine for her to have her own views, but you can't force your views onto other people. Exactly. Like, the fact that she, like, he said no, and she still made him look at it anyway is weird. That's where I'm like, yeah, no. So, OP, you're not the asshole. You're valid in that. Did you see the new Mega Pokemon that got announced today for the DLC for Zelda? Oh, I did not. Or it's for the Legends. Why did I say Zelda? I saw Legends and my brain immediately took that Zia Zelda. I did not, but that sounds cool. Mega Pokemon. I like Mega Pokemon. Oh, thank you for the drink, by the way. Let me get a little drink. Water. Okay. Let me find another one. Hopefully one that's not super, super hard to follow. Okay, ooh. This one was 7 hours ago. This one was, ooh, oh. Shoot, this one, the author, okay. This one, I can't give you a name for the Redditor because it just says deleted. So they posted this 7 hours ago and then ended up deleting their account. Alright. So, story number 6. This one is called Am I the Asshole for Breaking Up with My Fiance of 2 years because of my mom? Now, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what that means. We're gonna have to see about that one. Let me get some chapstick and I'll get into reading this one. I, 32 female, broke up with my fiance at 35 male. We both came out of a really long relationship and struggled with each other's baggage, but after many bumps over the last 2 years, it seems as if we were eventually finding our footing in the relationship. Then my mother, who is a 62 female, whom I am extremely close with, made a total 180 on my relationship and expressed she didn't really like my partner, but couldn't give me definite reasons. I'm assuming her reservations come from all the ups and downs we've encountered so far. It came to a point where she would not greet him when she was in his company or would just give him an extremely cold shoulder. My fiance is a very sensitive guy and this hurt him a lot. He then expressed that he would treat her the same way that she treated him, so he retaliated by giving her the cold shoulder too. This bothered me a lot. Family is very important to me, and I just couldn't imagine marrying someone who didn't get along with my mom, so I ended things with him. We haven't spoken since, and I'm now doubting my decision. Maybe I was too rash, and I didn't allow them time to sort things out. Did I do the right thing? Any advice or thoughts would be welcome. They also have an edit that says, edit, I did speak to my mom. I told her she needs to give me reasons why she didn't approve of him or admit she is unnecessarily looking for drama. She told me that she thinks that he moved on too quickly. He's a widower and lost his wife a year before we met. My mom is a widower too and never remarried or got into a relationship after my dad died 26 years ago. I told her everyone grieves in different ways, and after a long back and forth, she agreed she would be civil. I explained this to the fiance, but he didn't give in, still cold shoulder. I told him that it bothered me and I felt my mom was trying and asked him to try too. Still nothing. I know my decision was emotionally led and not rational, but growing up with only my mom, I am very protective of her. Girl, you're stupid. I'm gonna be so real. This is the first time I'm gonna be mean to this person. I'm gonna be so real. I think you're stupid. Respectfully. What the heck? Yeah, give me a beer for this one too. Why? Why? There's so many things that I need to say about this one. So first and foremost, you should not have broke up with him or ended your relationship with your fiance just because your mom doesn't approve of him without her giving a proper reason first and foremost as to why. Okay? If someone offers you candy, please, OP, I implore you, do not take it. Is this why they ended up deleting their account? Because they are absolutely the asshole in this situation. Absolutely. You should not have broken your relationship off with him just because your mom said that she doesn't like him, and especially not before hearing out her reason as to why. You should have questioned it. It feels like you put your mom's opinion before everything else. Now here's the thing. I am also someone who grew up with just a mom, and I love my mom, but my mom, I'm gonna be so real. If I was dating someone, I would want to know if she didn't like them, why, before I make any decision as to, breaking up with them. It's so weird. It just feels like that she put her mom first in this scenario, which, understandable. I fear that I would too, but to put your mom's opinion before you even understand why your mom doesn't like your fiance feels weird to me. It feels unnecessarily rushed just to please your mother. So that's what I don't like. And I don't like that your fiance was kind of, I'll be real, I don't think either of them were, I don't think anyone in this story, the 3 parties involved, I don't think anyone was right in this scenario. I think you all did something wrong. I think that the mom won, and quote unquote, everybody moves on differently just because the mom, her mom, OP's mom, is a widower. And when OP's dad died, the mom never moved on. And that was 26 years ago. But OP's fiance, their wife previously died a year ago, and now they're in a new relationship. And I'm gonna be so real. It's absolutely true that people do move on different times. Like, other people, you know, might not want to move on to a new partner, like the mother in this situation. And some people, you know, like, everybody grieves differently. I can't say that I can judge how fast the fiance man in this story moved on, because I don't know him. I don't know the relationship he had with his fiance. I'm only hearing and seeing what you write on this page. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that you never know unless you are these people. You don't know what they're going through. So I don't think it's right for the mom to judge the man. I feel like I need more details to really, like, put into perspective of if he is moving on. Like, I think if your wife just dies and you know, then immediately hop into a new relationship, yeah, I feel like that's not right. But I don't have enough information about that. The OP hasn't written anything about that, so I feel like I can't judge that quite yet. So I don't think it's right for the mother to judge just because she has her own personal, you know, thoughts and opinions about being a widower. I don't think she should impart those onto someone else who is also a widower and who is also probably grieving. But I don't like that the I keep saying, want to say husband. I don't like that the fiance, the male fiance, is okay. I understand why he would give the mother the cold shoulder. I get that, taste of your own medicine. But later on in the edit, when we hear why the mom, you know, feels this way about the fiance, quote unquote, I explained this to the fiance, but he didn't give in, still cold shoulder, and it's bothering me. I felt like my mom was trying to open up and asked him to do the same, but still nothing. I feel like that's very childish. How old is he again? 35? I feel like he was being a little bit childish in that regard. I feel like that's something that they just need to work out and talk about. You know, I feel like there needs to be some communication here, especially considering the OP is like, family is the most important thing to me. But I do feel like she is more inclined to take her mother's side above all else. And again, I feel like both her mother and her fiance were very childish. The mother was like, you didn't grieve the same way that I grieve, so I don't like you. And the husband, I keep saying husband, and the fiance was like, well, I'm gonna give you the cold shoulder. Oh, she's trying to work things out with me? I don't care. Cold shoulder. And I do feel like the OP was very quick to jump at the fact that the mom said, I don't like him, dump him. So yeah, to be honest, it kind of sounds like they were all acting like children. It does. It really does. I don't understand how you can expect someone to respect someone who disrespects them and get upset when they refuse to. Exactly. They're adults and they can make their own choices and opinions. Exactly. Yeah, like, here's the thing. At first, I don't blame the fiance for giving the mom the cold shoulder. She was giving him the cold shoulder first. And, you know, taste of your own medicine. You know, I get that. But I do see in the second half where you can see that the mom and the daughter talked about this, and the mother expressed her opinion about why she didn't like the fiance, thinking he was moving on too quickly. I can see that. But I feel like the fiance, instead of continuing to give the mother, who, from what the OP says, is now trying, I feel like, giving the circumstances of what the OP wrote, I feel like they're very biased towards their mother and their mother's opinion. I do feel like he was wrong for continuing this little quarrel instead of also trying, because that's not how you're gonna win the mom over. Like, that's not how you're gonna win anyone over. Like, no. No. Just feels wrong. Yeah, I just feel like the best way that I can put this is I feel like OP is way too attached to their mother and what their mother wants, and it feels like whether they understand it or not, they're being controlled by their mother and being controlled by what their mother wants for them. Because the thing that I really didn't like about OP is that before the mom even said anything about why she doesn't like their fiance, the OP dumped their fiance. Before even hearing why the mom doesn't like him, she just straight up dumped him because the mom said, I don't like him, dump him. And she did. That's what I don't like, because that means to me that you care more about your mother's opinion than anything else. At this point, everyone are assholes. Yeah. Did she break off the engagement after talking to her mom, or was it before? Before. The mom basically said, I don't like your fiance. Dump him. And so OP dumped him. Before even understanding why their mom didn't like him. I'm gonna read some comments, by the way. Let me take a look. Yeah, okay, everyone is like, yes, you are the asshole. Everyone is saying you are. It's the first, you are the asshole. So, here are some comments. The first one is, you are the asshole. Enjoy your life with your mother, because chances are she won't like anyone you get into a relationship with. Yeah. Someone says Norman Bates. Oh my god. Someone else also says, just continue living with your mother until she passes, and then maybe you can have a relationship. Someone else said it was fine with you when your mom did it to him at first, but then when he matched her energy, he was at fault. Wow, he dodged a bullet. Yeah. You're the asshole. Hope he doesn't give you the time of day when you eventually ask him to forgive you. You're the asshole. You should have never tolerated your mom disrespecting your fiance. Family's important, but so are your boundaries. It seems you're okay with your mom disrespecting your fiance, but you want your mom to walk all over him. Yeah, everyone is like, you are absolutely the asshole. I can see why they ended up deleting their account now, because yeah, no, they are absolutely in the wrong on this one. Absolutely wrong on this one. Like, disgustingly wrong. They're all assholes. Yeah. Oh, I think she probably told him the reasoning her mom didn't like him, and the death of a loved one is something really hard and personal. He may have felt as if it was an attack on him, and he doesn't want to bridge that gap with her mom, where he feels like the mom is saying that he doesn't love the wife he lost. So I can see his perspective, but I still think they're all assholes for different reasons. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And I'm gonna be so real, I feel like there is more information that the OP could have shared. But low-key, I feel like if they shared it, it would have made them and their moms to look bad. Because I agree, this is another thing that I kind of want to point out, is that we do know from the story that the OP says that her fiance is also a widower, so he had a wife a year prior to then eventually getting together with the OP, and she doesn't specifically say how long they've been together. Or actually they do. Okay, let me read this again. Over the last 2 years, they have been together for 2 years. Enough said. I think I said it all with my eyes. Yeah, no, the best thing that I can say about this one is I really feel like the OP cares more about what mom says than anything else, and I feel like that's really unhealthy. I feel like they have a really unhealthy relationship with their mother, where their mom's word is law. And I know people who are like that, who are like, oh no, anything that my mom says is absolutely 100% right. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You're an adult. You need to make decisions for yourself, and in this situation, OP proved that they care more about their mom's opinion than anything else. They care about their mom's happiness more than anyone else. And I don't like the way they say, oh, I'm very family oriented, but again, like someone pointed out in the comments, you are okay with your mom giving your fiance the cold shoulder, but when he reciprocates and he does the same things to give her karma, now you don't like it. If you care so much about quote unquote family, then you should have like told your mom off and said, hey, don't give him the cold shoulder, that's not okay. Instead, when he did it, that's where you got mad and that's where you drew the line at it. That just to me says you care more about your mom than anyone else. So like someone in the comments said, Norman Bates, our relationship, have fun being with your mom and being single for the rest of your life, because you are really an asshole in this situation. Like, really, like, cut the umbilical cord. Cut it. Cut it. Like, again, like, I'm very close with my mom. My mom was a single mom growing up, and she was all I had growing up. I'm very attached to her, but I'm also someone who can make my own decisions and opinions. You know, it's like, I value my mom's opinion, but like not to the point of like ruining relationships before I even understand what that opinion is. That's the thing that really gets me in this story, is that she didn't even understand. She didn't even hear what her mom said. Her mom didn't say anything about why she doesn't like the fiance. Just all of a sudden, one day, the mom woke up, hated the fiance, and said break up with him. And you just did. That's the problem, is you didn't even, like, understand why. You just did it. Cut the umbilical cord, sis. Cut it. Just cut it. Either she's too attached to her mom, or the mom controls her whole life. Exactly. I feel like it's a little bit of both. I think, and I'll be real, I do think it comes from a place of grief, because like they say in the story, the dad, OP's dad died 26 years ago, and her own mom hadn't moved on since. So I feel like it's just a story of two people who have different views when it comes to love and grief. Because the mom personally did not want to remarry after losing her husband, her soulmate, and so that's good. But if someone, you know, loses their spouse and they do want to end up remarrying, that does not mean that they didn't love their first spouse or anything. So like, I just feel like the mom had a very toxic view on the fiance from the get-go, because they already had a spouse and that spouse passed away. So I feel like the mom probably was imprinting her own ideals onto him, and I think that's why she woke up one day and was like, never mind, I don't like him. You know, because they were together for 2 years. The story says that OP's fiance had a wife who passed away a year before they started going out, and the two, OP and fiance, then had been together for 2 years. It just feels weird. It feels like you care too much about what your mom says, so no wonder they ended up deleting their account. Just saying that. Everybody's the asshole. Everyone's the asshole in this situation. Okay, let me try to find something that's a little bit different. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Okay. I think this one will be the last story. So this one is a little bit of a longer one. So this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Crying on Our Anniversary and Wanting to Break Up with My Boyfriend After the Gift He Got Me? After seeing the gift he got me. Depends on what the gift is. Depends on what the gift is, I fear. I feel like I have to read this one before I can formulate an opinion on it. So let me get some water and we'll hop into this last story. I'm out of water. No. See, this is why this has to be the last one, because I'm out of water now. Also, I'm gonna change back to my tea. I'm gonna get my tea. What? Exactly. Okay. So me, 22 female, and my boyfriend, 22 male, just had our 3-year anniversary. Since it's a big deal to me, I wanted to get him something really nice. He's been talking for months about wanting to have a citizen watch, some clothes, vans, etc. So I actually saved money and bought all of it for him. I spent like $700 total, which is a lot for me, but I really wanted to make him feel special. He picks me up for dinner, sees my gift bags, and immediately goes, "Now you're making me look bad because your gift isn't even here yet." Hold on. I got a cough. Dang, that made me so upset I just started coughing. I'm still coughing. No mute for that one. Oh god, hold on. I'm dying. Chat, I'm dying. I'm dying over here. Oh my god. Okay. Again, he says, now you're making me look bad because your gift isn't here yet. And right there, I knew he didn't plan anything. Like, not even flowers or a card, nothing. On the way home from dinner, or on the way to dinner, I started crying and he kept asking why, and I didn't want to say anything, but he kept bugging me, so I told him I felt hurt because I planned everything and he didn't do anything. He says he starts by saying he's busy and money is really tight because of bills and family stuff, and I get that, but he has money for Pokemon cards and dumb stuff all the time, just not from me, I guess. I tried to enjoy dinner, but honestly, I was sad. We get home and he says that he wants to open gifts tomorrow because he needs time to get mine. And I said, no, it's not my fault that you didn't plan. So he opens them and he's super excited, and that makes me feel worse because I put so much into this and he put nothing into it. Let's see, where is I at? I lost it. Here we go. Next day he comes to me saying that he has my gift. So I'm thinking maybe he tried. Nope. I open the bag and it's Pokemon cards, which I had told him many times that I don't like, and 2, a random pair of camping shoes that even though I hate camping and literally never go, and 3, an Ulta gift card with some generic card stuff. None of it was thoughtful. He knows I don't like Pokemon and I don't go camping, and a random gift card feels like, I don't know, just pick your own gift. I sat him down and told him honestly and how this hurt my feelings because it really shows that he didn't think about me at all. And he got mad and he said put those hours of thoughts in that he put hours of thought into it and I'm being unfair and entitled. First and foremost, bro, shut the hell up. She bought you $700 of stuff that you have been saying that you've wanted. Don't you dare call her entitled. Pausing because I need to get that out of the way. I honestly just cried again because I feel like I'm always the one giving, planning, spending, caring, and he just does the bare minimum. He always has more money issues, jumping from job to job because he thought the time was right, poor planning, and excuses. So now I'm thinking about breaking up and he's acting like I'm the asshole for not liking my gift or pretending to be happy. Am I the asshole for crying and telling him that the gift was hurtful and thinking about breaking up? Whew. Wow. No. No, you are absolutely not the asshole on this. Okay, first and foremost, it's your 3-year anniversary. They've been together for 3 years and he still doesn't know what you like. He buys you stuff that you don't like. I feel like in the sense, she said earlier that he likes Pokemon cards. So it made me feel like when she said things that he bought for her the next day were Pokemon cards, I feel like he bought that for himself, hoping that, like, you know, she'll be like, oh yeah, this, and then he'll eventually get to have it. That's what that feels like. But if you've been dating someone for 3 years and he still doesn't know what you like, you need to do something. And I do like that she does state that she talked to him about it, because that's the first step. The first step is explaining and understanding why, trying to get him to understand why she feels the way that she feels. Exactly, screw that, she deserves better, for real. Not the asshole. I can feel my blood rising. Exactly. This one just kind of makes me mad. This one just makes me mad because this is not just like a 1-year anniversary. This is 3 years. dating someone for 3 years is a long time for them to still not know things you like. And I feel like this one hits really hard for me because I feel like not relationships, but just in general, you know, like friends and family who I've been friends with for years, like, okay, I'm gonna interject with my own little story because this is why this hits so hard. So, so for example, I had talked to a family member about a certain store that I do not like. I hate this store. And this family member's like, oh my god, I love this store. And I'm like, no, I hate it. Every time I go into the store, I just hate going here. I hate this place. I never find anything, and I don't want anything from this place. I just don't like it. Couple months later, guess what they got me for my birthday? Which, by the way, is in a couple weeks, guys. Wink, wink. But, guess what they got me? A gift card to that place that I said I hated. So, like, oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, no, I feel like the boyfriend in this story, he does not care. He does not care about you whatsoever. 3 years. If you don't know what your partner likes after 3 years, what places they like to shop at, hobbies they have, food that they like, then I think you don't care about that partner. I think that maybe you should break up and see other people, because if you can't pick out places or things or put thought into a gift for your 3-year anniversary after your partner gets you $700 worth of things that you have been yapping about for months, and you have the audacity to be upset at your partner who gets you all this stuff with a lot of thought into it, and not just thought but hard work, because the OP says, and I quote, $700 is a lot for me. If you have the audacity to not show up and give them the same treatment, you should just find someone else. Find someone who doesn't care about you, because that OP really cared about you. You can tell that OP in this story really cares about this person. They put a lot of hard work into getting them like $700 worth of expensive stuff, an expensive watch, expensive clothes, and they don't have the audacity to repay that kindness by just putting in some thought. Something as simple as thought. Because yes, the OP was upset that on the day of their anniversary, he didn't bring anything. But you could see that she was willing to forgive that if he put some thought into the gift the next day when he said he would bring a gift. So, like, it's just a matter of he doesn't care about you enough. That is what this is. This is the whole point of the story, is he doesn't care about you. Find someone else. He doesn't care. Don't give him as much care, because he doesn't care about you. Find someone else who's better and who deserves your kindness, because he obviously doesn't. You should break up with him. 100% break up with him. 100%. 100%. Anyway. I understand if you... Wait, where to go? I understand if you forgot about anniversary sometimes. It happens, but buying your significant other the things you like that doesn't, and they don't like, is like a whole different story. Yeah, with the Pokemon cards, you should know after 3 years if your partner likes something like that or not. And it seems like that's his hobby, and he bought her those cards maybe thinking like, you know, either one, I can expose her to my hobby and get her into my hobby, or either she won't want these so I can eventually take them. That's what I'm getting from this. That's just petty. It's like, I'm a manga collector, and for example, I'm just gonna use like my mom, because I'm not in a relationship. If my mom's birthday came, like my mom's birthday was like earlier this month, my mom doesn't like manga. If I went to the store and I bought my mom a bunch of yaoi, she wouldn't be happy. She wouldn't be happy with that. So like, why would you do that? So like in this case, why would you buy your girlfriend Pokemon cards when you know she doesn't like them? Crazy story relation, but why? You know, I'm trying to explain how insane this is and insane this guy is, but yes. Is your birthday today, Seafield? Is your birthday actually today, or are you pulling my leg? I don't have very long legs. Is it actually your birthday, or are you yapping? Are you yapping? After 3 years of being with the person you are closest to or supposed to be and have no clue what they like, there is something seriously wrong. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's giving the vibe that he does not care. Oh, it is? It is your birthday? Happy birthday, Phil. Happy birthday. I'll get somebody to send you $1,000,000. Cause I don't have it. But happy birthday. You show up on my birthday with a birthday gift on my birthday. Happy birthday. Schmack. You're just now 21? Oh my god, it's a fetus. Oh my god. Fetus. Oh my god. Wait, are you really just now 21? Really? I'm doing like a frog blink. I'm like, huh? I did not think you were 20. I thought you were a little bit older. I don't know people's birthdays apparently. To be fair, who was it? I said, oh, it was, oh, see, it was also Meowchi. I also thought Meowchi was older than me too. Like, I feel it's so weird. It's weird being the older one for once because, like, growing up in high school, all my friends were older than me by like even just like a couple months. They were always older than me, so it feels weird. I'm like, oh my god, you're 21 now? Oh my god. You met me when I was 20 or 19. Oh my god, it's a fetus. To be fair, I'm about to be 23, so hag. Hag. I'm hagging it up over here. But happy birthday! Happy birthday! I'm trying to think. I don't think you stream. If you stream, I'll give you a sub. But yes, thank you. Thank you for coming to my my Reddit yapping stream on your birthday. I hope you enjoyed my birthday stories that totally were for your birthday. Aunt moment. Can I be? I'm Auntie now, guys. Call me Auntie M. Actually, that sounds like a perfect witch name. Auntie M. Isn't there a show or something? Or isn't there an Auntie M? Hold on, let me look that up. Auntie M. Is there an Auntie M? No, fuck, there's already one. No! No! Oh no, it's from The Wizard of Oz! No! That was supposed to be me! Well, now I'm just mad. Now I'm just angry. That was supposed to be me. I was supposed to be Auntie M, and her name was even EM. Oh my god. Now I'm just upset. That was supposed to be me. Some 16-year-old called me Unk. Hi, Unk C. Unk C. Phil. What's up, Unk? Oh my god. To be fair, I think it's because I'm so short, because I'm 4'11", and I have pink hair, and I dress pink. People are kind of like, you know, oh, so when are you gonna graduate high school? And I'm like, bitch, I've done graduated. I am out of that slammer. I actually went to, yesterday, I went to Walgreens with my mom, and, at the Walgreens, it's like right next to where I went to high school with. So they have like merchandise and like clothes and stuff that have like I guess it's, what's it called? Like the football team or something on it. And so it's like, it says something like, you know, like our school name and then like the name of the football team and whatnot. And my mom jokingly by the way, says something along the lines of, I should buy you one of those. And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, that's your school. And I'm like, no girl, I done served my time in that slammer. And the guy at the register, like, he was like, oh, what grade are you in? You go to that school? Do you know my nephew? Like, this is his name and he's in this grade. And I'm like, I graduated in 2021. No, I don't know anyone. Please. Please. Like, I even said I got out of the slammer, meaning I got out of there. I thought that was obvious, but he was like, oh, you go there? I'm like, no, I served my prison sentence at that school. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm gone for good. I'm gone for good. I ain't never stepping back in that place again. Surprised I've never got called Unk, to be honest. It's okay, Unk. Unk, F it. It's okay. I got the Asian genes, so I'm used to that issue. Ah, I see, I see. I see. Yeah. But happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thanks for coming to my little yapping Reddit stream. Appreciate you guys for being here. It's okay, Unk. It's okay, Unk. But yes, thank you for coming to my stream, guys. This was a very spur of the moment stream where I was like, I didn't stream yesterday because, well, for one, I had a lot of work to do yesterday. So, I had to do some work, and then I had to do, Christmas and stuff, putting stuff up around the house and getting glitter and shit all over me because my mom is having a party with her friends. So guess who gets recruited to help? Yeah. Me. I hate putting up decorations. I hate it. I know some people like putting up Christmas decorations. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like decorating. I will put up a tree that is like the size of like my desk, like a little desk tree or something. That's all I want. I want like a little tiny tree. That's it. I can't stand decorating for Christmas. I can't stand it. You would think being in Glitter M, I'd be happy with the glitter. I hate it. I hate it. So I've been doing that. And I felt like I needed to vent. So what better way to vent than to do a Reddit stream? Also, I was doing these with my friend the other day. We were talking about Reddit stories IRL, and I was like, this would be a fun stream to do again. I like these. People think my mom's my sister. She's 40 and she looks like she's in her 20s. Ah, yeah, I get that. I get that. Well, happy birthday, Unc Seafill. Happy birthday, Unk. Oh my god. But yes, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I should be back on Monday on at least this side on Twitch. On YouTube, we'll be on the other channel, but we'll be over here on Monday for an hour. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna talk with some friends, see if we can maybe get a collab or something, because I really want to play Peak, but I want to do Pink modded, but that also doesn't work on my computer. So we'll have to see. But yeah, you're older than me, Auntie M. You're right. Nephew Seedville. My nephew. My children. My children. Thanks for the awesome stream, Em. Have a good night. Thank you, Effie. Thank you. And thank you for stopping in, both of you. And I think Lily's here too. I think you're here. But yes, happy birthday, Seedville. Thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who dropped by today, listened to me read some stories and yap a little bit. Hope you all have a really good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Yeah, I called you nephew, and what? And what are you gonna do?